So I don't know if you are watching the impeachment trial. Last night I saw it was on. On the West Coast. It was midnight. I flipped through the channels. It was still going on. So that's 3 a.m. their time, right? That's nuts. Why do they pretend like they have to do that in the middle of the night? Why
are they acting like this impeachment is such hard work and they couldn't be doing that shit all the time, getting us health care for everybody, giving us infrastructure, giving us a jobs program, working 24 hours until those things are handled.
No shit, right?
Right? When have you seen Congress do that shit on behalf of the people
before
they go out on vacation?
Hey, we got to get to. There's people sleeping in the streets. We got to address this right now. We got to do legislation at 3 a.m. No. The only time they'll do shit like that is for bullshit like this. So here it is, by the way. Hey, trial, Trump 2, Dems come out swinging. So I'm not watching this. I know there's a lot of people who are watching this. I'm not. I'm not going to watch this. It's ridiculous. But I will watch some of the people who watch it talk about it. For instance, I
just want to stop really quickly and just say, you just have to look at Adam Schiff's expression to know, if you're trying to figure out what a sociopath looks like, narcissist, there you go. He's like the poster child for this.
When did they stop wearing flags? What is this thing he's wearing? So you want to hear? Let's hear some of the stupid shit he says. Okay, so here's just a sampling. He's quoting Alexander Hamilton too today. Except he doesn't quote the part where Alexander Hamilton says that Adam Schiff is an asshole. So if you remember, before the 2016 election, they were saying Trump might not honor the results. What if Trump doesn't honor the results of the election? And then he tells his crazy followers to start a civil war. Do you remember that stuff? Mm-hmm. I'm not making that up. Do you remember that, Rudy? You remember that, right? So, and of course, the election happens, Trump wins, and who doesn't
honor the results?
Who doesn't honor the results? Hillary Clinton and the Democrats and the establishment media. Isn't that ironic? The exact thing they accused Trump of gonna do, they ended up doing.
What's even more ironic is she needed the help of Jill Stein.
That's right.
After that.
And now they're saying that the new one is, whenever my old roommate calls me, I know whatever the talking point is on the TV that day, I'm going to hear it from him. So he called me and goes, Jimmy, what about this? What about Trump suspending the election? Mm-hmm. Every time they do this, it's so you think about something else other than what you're supposed to be thinking about. And I'm going to prove to you that you don't have to worry about it, that it's the Democrats who are doing the thing they're accusing Trump of doing. All right, here we go. Ready?
You can't even investigate the president. Are we really prepared to say that? The only answer to presidential misconduct is we just need to get over it? What are we going to say with the next president? What are we going to say with the president who's from a different party, who refuses the same kind of subpoenas? And the president says to you, or his chief of staff says to you, or her chief of staff says to you, just get over it. I'm not doing anything different than Donald Trump did. Just get over it. He asked for help in the next election. I'm asking for help in the next election. Just get over it. We do this kind of thing all the time.
Well, here's what Kyle Kalinske says about that. Kyle Kalinske says, the much worse precedent these idiots set is not impeaching over torture, war crimes, and emoluments corruption, but impeaching over a phone call. Spare me the sanctimonious bullshit. Hear, hear. Well said. So listen to this.
The president's misconduct cannot be decided at the ballot box.
What the fuck? The president's misconduct cannot be decided at the ballot box? Every president is guilty of war crimes. So that means every president could and should be impeached. We don't impeach every president because impeachment is a completely political operation. It's a completely political exercise. Meaning, only if the will of the people are on your side can you impeach a president or should. So here's the Democrats saying we can't trust democracy. You think I'm kidding? Watch this. Again, remember how they accused Trump. He's not gonna respect the election results. And look, here's the manager of the impeachment trial saying that exact thing. Watch this.
The president's misconduct cannot be decided at the ballot box, for we cannot be assured that the vote will be fairly won.
So he's right saying we can't trust our election system. So why isn't there a civil war after every election? That's what he's saying. He's saying we can't trust our election system anymore. That's what he's saying. And he's saying that Trump was elected, but actually not elected. He's calling the election illegitimate. The exact thing they accused Trump of doing, they're doing. And Adam Schiff is a psychopath. He's just nonstop show bullshit. Again, just like Steph said, imagine if Adam Schiff gave a fuck that people had to rob a pharmacy to get medicine for their daughter. Imagine if he was that outraged that people can't afford their insulin. Imagine if he was that outraged that people can't afford their medicine. Imagine if he was that outraged that 30 million Americans don't have health care. Imagine if he was that outraged about that and he was on the floor at 3 a.m, I'm going to fucking scream about it. No, what is he screaming about? A phone call. Bullshit. Nothing. And here's what Aaron Matei says about that. Aaron Matei says, for all the talk about Russia undermining faith in U.S. elections, how about Russiagators like Schiff fear-mongering with hysterics like this? Let's assume Ukraine did what Trump wanted and announced a probe of Burisma. Would that delegitimize a 2020 U.S. election? This is a joke. Yes, Adam Schiff and the Democrats are a joke. This impeachment is a joke. And I was thankful to Shahid Buttar for coming on because he's a super smart guy, way smarter than me, and to give me a chance to debate the impeachment. And I urge you to all go watch that video. It's not even a close argument. You can impeach every president. Every president is a war criminal. Every one. So every president now, you elect them and then you announce an impeachment because they're all war criminals. So that's the way we want to run our democracy. It's horrible. So I urge you to all go watch that because everybody told me, and Shahid's running against Nancy Pelosi, and all the best of luck to him. He'd be a great person to knock off Nancy Pelosi. So I hope that happens. It's a tough fight because San Francisco is full of rich people now. Neoliberal types. So he's got a tough road to hoe, but we're all for Shahid Buttar. But if you want to go, but everybody told me you got to talk to him about impeachment. He'll straighten you out. I talked to him. You go watch the video yourself. There's no argument against every president should be impeached. So why don't we fucking stop it with this? And, it's a couple of months away. You want to beat Trump, beat him at. The reason why the Democrats are doing this is because they don't have a program to get people off the couch to vote for them. That's why the Democrats did Russiagate for 3 years. And that's why they're doing impeachment. Why? Because they both work for the same people and they don't give a fuck that you don't have health care. They don't give a fuck that you're under a mountain of student debt. They don't care that we don't have a functioning banking system. They don't give a shit that we're spending 131 extra billion on war everywhere. They don't care about you. Just like George Carlin said, they don't give a fuck about you. Adam Schiff doesn't care about you at all. You know who he cares about? Raytheon. Adam Schiff is a bitch to Raytheon. That's why he's pro-war. That's why he's an enemy of yours. I did a fundraiser for this guy, and I'm telling you, he's an enemy of yours.
You did a fundraiser for this guy years ago.
Years ago.
Okay.
Years ago at the Improv.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a fundraiser for Adam Schiff. That was back before we knew how horrible everything was. As before I read Listen Liberal. Here's another thing he said. I don't have a video of this. Here's another thing Adam Schiff said. You ready for this? He said, we fight Russia over there, so we don't have to fight them here. What the... Are you... Is this 1953 again? Or is this... Are we in the Cold War? This is it, right? That's what that's what Raytheon wanted. They got it. Schiff is their paid prostitute. And so they got it. And so everybody at Raytheon, they're all billionaires now. So he says, we fight Russia over there so we don't have to fight them here. And then Aaron Matei says, I understand that Democratic Party leaders and allied media pundits are Cold War kooks now. Do the rest of us want to be enlisted in this lunacy? Because that's what this is. And again, you go to Andy Richter's Twitter feed, right? Everyone says the nicest guy in Hollywood. You'll see what fucking backward thinking it is. Really? They're all Cold Warriors. They're all, again, not an original thought in a bunch in Hollywood. Not original thought in their fucking heads. None of them. They all act like corruption started January 2017. They all embrace Cold War. They all embrace militarism. They all embrace war. They all embrace McCarthyism. They all embrace attacking the president from the right. That's how messed up the left in Hollywood is. And that's how messed up Adam Schiff is. And that's how messed up anybody who's for this impeachment is. You're a pawn of the Democratic Party, the establishment, if you're for this impeachment. And if you want to hear the other side of the argument, go to that video I did with Shahid Buttar. You can watch his argument. You can watch my argument. I don't think it's, of course, I'm biased. It's my argument. I don't think it's even close. And that guy's way smarter than I am. Way smarter than I am. I couldn't even understand half the shit he was saying. He's so smart. So, but, a lot of people were, Steph, we've been imploring the Sanders campaign to take off the gloves and fight harder. And so now Bernie Sanders capitulating and apologizing for Zephyr Teachout calling Joe Biden corrupt. Finally, people are upset about it. So finally, people who were castigating me specifically and this show for attacking Bernie Sanders, apparently they all fucking got a wind up their ass, and now they sound exactly like Jimmy Dore. Isn't that weird? Mm-hmm. Every fucking single one of them. Isn't that weird?
You mean they finally hit that outrage
level? They finally hit the outrage level that I've been at for a while. Mm-hmm. And they all caught up to me. Cenk Uygur, the founder of the Justice Democrats, said what Bernie is doing when he apologizes for Zephyr Teachout and doesn't call out Joe Biden, what he's doing is enabling corruption. That's a tweet that the founder of the Justice Democrats put out. Are people going to attack him now to say he's attacking Bernie? No, because everyone can see it now, and we were just fucking ahead of the curve like we are always at this show. How is it that I fucking am ahead of the curve? I literally smoke pot when I get up in the morning. How is that? I went to State College. How the fuck can I beat all these people? Even Kyle Kulinski, the other founder of the Justice Democrats, he tweeted out that Bernie Sanders is basically bullshitting us. So that's much stronger words than I ever used when I was criticizing Bernie's strategy. And then bad faith actors conflated my critique of Bernie's campaign strategy with attacking Bernie. So if you hear people making those arguments, those are bad faith assholes. And either they're intentionally misreading what I'm saying so they can ride my dick and get bigger views for themselves, which is, a cottage industry on YouTube now. Or that's it. There's no other reason. That's it. There's no way people, and so now everybody again, everybody's catching up. Everybody caught up with us on Russiagate. Everybody's catching up with us on Bernie's bad campaign strategy. And I'm sure people will catch up with us on impeachment. Mm-hmm. Maybe after they realize it takes Bernie off the goddamn campaign trail. Right before fucking Iowa and New Hampshire. Anyway. And it's I'd rather be doing comedy bits all the time.
Right.
And the reason why I had to come out and check the Sanders campaign strategy is because fucking no one else would.
Jimmy, you're too mean to the Sanders campaign.
I know.
They can't handle that you get upset at things. You're hurting the campaign's feelings, and you need to stop it.
There's this guy, Warren Gunnels, made the mistake. He's one of Bernie Sanders' advisors on policy. And so he made the mistake of returning a DM of mine. And now whenever I get mad at the Sanders campaign, I go with my DM and I'm, you assholes, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking stupid fucks. You're so fucking stupid, you stupid fucks. That's all I'm saying to him. And Steph says to me, why are you yelling at Warren Gunnels? He's a policy guy, not a strategy guy. I go, because he's the only one who responds to me.
So we'll always have our soft spot for Warren
So
Gunnels.
I'll always have my soft spot for Warren Gunnels.
He doesn't know it through those
He
texts.
doesn't know it. He thinks, hey, fuck you, stupid, fuck you. Oh, I get so upset. I even texted, I got so upset I texted my buddy Pete, who works for the Sanders campaign, and he ran their Iowa thing. But Pete knows just how to diffuse me. He knows how. I text him, you stupid fucks, you fucking fucks. And he's like, hey, when are you going to get out here, man? People really need to see you. Come on. I was like, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah, right. He goes, wait a minute. Here's something else to think about. He got you right off task. That's great.
I know.
I love Pete.
Yeah, I know. Pete knows how to handle me. All right, Pete, I'm going to go fucking yell at Warren Gunnels. Fucking stupid fucker. Why don't these people block me? Like, Nara Tandon blocked me. Like, lots of people. Keith Ellison, like, lots of people block me.
The only person that I ever figured out that blocked me is Howard Dean.
Howard Dean blocked me?
And I feel like that is such a nice badge that I have. Howard Dean blocks a high school English teacher.
That's right.
Who now works on the Jimmy Dore show. Wow. He's really a man of the people.
Hey, come see a live Jimmy Dore show. We're going to be in Tempe, Arizona, Sacramento, San Jose, Miami. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets to all of our live shows, and go to jimmydorecomedy.com/join to become a premium member. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.